2, 1, 2. All right, going once, going twice. 1, 2, 1, 2, guys. Guys, can you guys hear me? All right, going once. Audio check. Two, one, two. Right, going. Okay, guys, we have sound. Good morning and welcome to the Power Hour. It is 11 a.m. Eastern. Let's see what's going on with the markets. First of all, let me go and explain this live now. Let's see if these guys are going to print something more on the ES. We're going to be talking about the ES, guys. E-mini. And we will be going for, as well for the oil. We're going to talk a little bit about oil. So let's go. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the markets, guys. Oops, I have setting controls here. Change your operating systems. That's good. All right, let's go ahead and do it. Let me go check something really quick right now before I start the streaming, and that is I'm going to open the chat. So thank you so much for being here. Here is our website for those of you new, www.eslive8.com. Discord channel. You can join the Discord channel and take a look how we trade in the market. So let's go quickly. Let's talk a little bit about what happened in the ES over the past, almost an hour since we opened. Let me get rid of this. So what happened in the markets? 8:30 in the morning. We were trading the E-mini right around the 41s. Currently, we are long E-mini trade all the way from 41s. Some of the guys, they captured some pretty good amount of money. So check out this morning what happens as we were opening the room, right? One of the things was that if we were to go above the 41.40, this was posted in the room right as we opened 9:47. Any move above the 41.40, you should expect targets to be 49 and 52. Both targets, some of the guys, they went long that 41. Some of them, they even went long the 30s. We were able to capture about 11 points on that move on all the way to 41.52. Okay, all the way to 41.52. Now, the E-mini has now, what do you call it? Oh, hold on, guys. Somebody's asking me for the link. Let me give them the link really quick. Let me see if I can copy this. Give me 1 second from our tweet feed. Okay, so you guys can see it as well. If you guys would like to ask questions, or do you have any other thing about any stocks that you would like to see me look at it, take a look at, please let me know. So here we go. Live YouTube. Okay, I'm just giving the link. Give me 1 second, please. Wait, why is it? Hold on. HTTP. There you go. There you have it. Okay, great. Tiny URL. The Power Hour. There you have it, guys, live. If you guys would like to join me, please go ahead. I just gave you that. So let's go back to the E-mini now, and let's talk for a little bit What's going on with Gamestop? We're gonna go over Gamestop Facebook. We have a couple of trades on Gamestop Facebook, APPS, UVXY, AMC, and BABA. So let me go for a minute. Oh, thank you for that, Annette. Thank you so much. That is too low? Let me know if the volume is okay, guys. Thank you, Annette, for that. Really appreciate it. I haven't checked my volume settings here, but thank you for that. Let's see how low are they. Is that better? I think it's a little delay, guys, on my end, so sorry for that. I'm probably going to monitor that through my OBS. I apologize. So in the meantime, let me talk a little bit about what's going on in the markets. One thing to note is the fact that we have the ES breaking above these 4140s this morning. Extremely important to go above that overnight high, and now printing all the way up to the previous day point of control. Previous day point of control was, oh, hold on, give me 1 second, guys. I have another question here. That through my OBS, I apologize. I think that's better. Audio there, Annette. I just went over to my other screen and monitored that. But thank you so much for that, to bringing that up to my attention. Oh, ES, what happened this morning on the ES? I did one trade that I did was short 38 to the 34. Everything is recorded in my room here with the guys trading live. They were asking me some questions this morning, and we were looking at a couple of things. 4150 was this morning extremely important, right? I have a very nice friend of mine from Europe posting some levels early on in the morning. As I came in this morning, I was looking for two things. One of them was the 4100 if we were to go lower than the 4128. Well, we did not, right? We stopped right at the 4130s, I believe. And actually, we stopped right at 4131. If you look at the trade right here, right? We stopped low of the day for today, 4131. So I took the 38 short during the A period to the 34, and then one small trade from the 40s and 4150 to the 49-ish, 47, I believe I closed my trade. Let me show you. So the first one I closed right around 41.45. I got about 4 handles on that. I went long Gamestop. We're gonna talk a little bit about the stocks a little bit later on into the stream. But first of all, let's see what the ES is going to do. You see how now we have this poor high of 41.6450. Being Friday, we have a pretty nice move. I mean, we're up about 34 points now for the E-mini. That's a really nice move. And early on, as we were talking in the room, I was expecting one-time framing. I mean, I literally, when I saw this A and B period hold the 4140s, I posted for the guys in the room to go look at the following. Here is my last trade, by the way, 41.47 on the ES. I closed that baby. So look at what happened. This morning, I posted the following picture for the guys in the room. We were printing 41.47 at that time, and I got out of my trade. And I said, guys, if we break these 41.50s, 52s, you can see it here, right? If we break 41.50, 52, you're gonna look for targets 56 all the way to 59, all right? So this was posted at 10:10 this morning, right? 10 a.m. Eastern time. This was posted in the room. We were waiting for the algos to be over for the first hour of trading. Once those algos kicked in, we just continued to move higher. We even printed 41.64. What to expect next? Now you have this bunch of singles now. Let me put this together. Now you have this bunch of singles from the B period high all the way to 41.60. That's what we are printing right now for the ES. And look at what happened. These single prints, we might clean them up before the end of the day. Look at the bottom of those singles, 41.50. Now, if you have followed me in YouTube and see the videos, all the prep videos that I've been posting, this number has become really important. for the bulls. The 4150 has become a key number when we go up and when we drop, like what happened yesterday after those news. So pay close attention what's going to happen on this 41.49 this morning as we are drifting higher in the ES. Okay? So what to expect? I will probably wait for them to come and clean some of them. I like these numbers here right around the 54 to take another long. Right here where we have some volume. Let them come back here, settle down here, right? Let them settle and then take the trade back to the 64. Just in case you see them breaking the 54, your targets are going to be the 48s and 47s, which is the point of control. Now, this is a developing point of control right now for the E-mini, so there is a good chance this developing point of control will jump much higher as we progress throughout the day. So one thing to pay close consideration is what are we going to do now? This poor high needs to be repaired, right? The poor high needs to be repaired to try to break out back to the 68s, maybe 67s. Now, how is it that last night, actually, I posted a video as a prep for the guys in the room. Give me 1 second because I have a position on Gamestop and I just had an alert going on for my Gamestop trade. I'm going to go over that stock right now, but it looks like we are breaking 47s, 50s, so that's good. FNGU is not doing nothing, so I'll talk a little bit about those stocks right now. So for now, the ES looks like it's just going to settle down here on this 4160, consolidating a little bit here. Let's see if that's going to be the theme into mid-afternoon, maybe lunchtime. We start slowly grinding lower to clean all of these singles that we have all the way to 41.49. If this grinds lower, late afternoon, you might see another spike, and this is the spike that I am referring to that might give you another push back to the 41.64s, 41.70s potentially. So if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and post it in the chat. I am taking a look at the chat right here on my other screen. Do appreciate you guys being here. Now, let me show you something, what's happening with oil. So let's move from the E-mini back to oil. Same thing. Last night, we gave an excellent trade, the same trade we've been giving all week long, and that is to pay close attention to the 61.50 number on oil, long. I took the long 61.52 this morning. Actually, 61.55 was my long. Got out 62.30 and 62.13. Left some money on the table. We printed all the way 62.43. On my other account, I am long 63. If you recall from Tuesday or Wednesday, I am long 63, down about 70 cents on that trade right now. But this was a very nice trade. We said the same thing on Tuesday coming into Wednesday, Wednesday coming into Thursday, that we needed for oil to break out of this range. This range is the one that we were inside of it for almost 3 weeks. That was the 59.60 to the 61.80. Now, I said it yesterday, I said it on Tuesday, watch out, we do not want to spend much time here on these levels, on the $60 level, $61 level on oil for us to print 63. We need to get out, and that's exactly what we're doing today. Right, we are getting out of this range. That is great. That is bullish. Our ultimate target is the 64s and 65s for oil. This week we have some bad news, something about the global pandemic, India-related news. Then we have supply-demand type of news, and then we, on top of that, we have the build-up report from the EIA on Wednesday. Nothing of that was able to bring the oil below $60.80. And I told you guys, it's just consolidating. Let it sit there. Start taking your trades between 61, and you can collect $1,000 in a dollar move for oil. So great, great trade. Kudos to you guys who took this early morning or last night, overnight. It was all explained on my video. If you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead, Don't forget to subscribe and click that little bell so you get notified when I go live. You get notifications when I post brand new videos. Every night in the afternoon, right after the market closes, I'm giving you guys about 10 minutes, very small video on how to prepare yourself for Globex and for the next trading day for the E-mini, couple of stocks, and oil. TQQs, guys, breaking 108 right now. I believe I have a couple of trades there. I'm going to be looking at it right now. So look at oil, 62. And if you recall, we have those singles. You see them on the screen. We have some singles that they were not clear from Tuesday, right? All the way to 63.27 for oil. Let's see if we're going to clean those maybe Monday. But as of right now, it looks good. We are leaving a couple of singles as it is right now for oil. If you look at it, we have a set of singles between the C period and the D period right now. I'm going to go ahead and mark those for your reference. And you should have them as well. If you have a market profile, if you would like to learn more about my market profile, come to our room. That's where we trade market profile, order flow, and you can take a look how we trade. How is it that we are consistent on the way that we trade? We do not gamble with our money. We literally just take trades that are high chance probability. I do not take any trades just because. I do not go look for tradings. I'd rather wait for my trade to come to me, and then we trade the most potential trade that will give you the best outcome. So going back to my stocks now that we have done an analysis with oil, look at the E-mini just breaking that poor high. Really nice, the 64, they broke it, they went all the way to 67.25 now for the E-mini. So it's looking really strong. I was literally waiting for this Papa to do something better. This ES just breaking. I mean, every single time we have these small consolidations for the ES, we are breaking, and they are very shallow pullbacks, about a 1 point every single time. Here is the consolidation we did on 47s, and every time we jump, we're jumping about 5 points, and now another 5 points. Let's see what this next consolidation is going to be. The longer these elongates, this market profile elongates, right, these singles become now targets for the next move in the market. So pretty interesting that we are seeing this big move today. And yesterday I said it to a couple of guys here in the room. The news was nothing more than just a knee-jerk reaction from the stock market, nothing more. Actually, there was a lot of opportunities. I bought a lot with the pullback. We bought Facebook, we bought some Gamestops on Apple's, TQQs. What else did we buy? We bought a bunch of stocks yesterday, guys, on that pullback. And that's where you need to be, what do you call it? You need to be aware of what's going on at all times in the market. You need to have a plan of action. And you need to know that when these things happen, sometimes they only last, a couple of hours. The thing just blew up, right? Early afternoon. And then into the close, we were settling at 15, I believe. And I took a trade from 18s back to the 24 yesterday. If you look, I think my last trade was 41. I mean, everything is here in the room. I took it up 34. This one, I moved my stop to 116. So we did pretty good trading after this blow up on the news. So currently, nothing to do. I don't think this is going to be a big reaction in the markets. Keep your head cool. Look at what you have right in front of you and trade that. Look at the range that we are playing for this ES right now. I mean, it's a pretty good chunk of range between 41.70 and the 41.20 level, right? This is the range that we are playing for the ES. So that gives you plenty of potential for us to break out and hit the 4,200, which is, for some guys in the street, the ultimate target for April, right? That April target, it is 4,200. We only need 40 points. We can print that in a couple of days. So nothing out of the blue there on the ES. Now let's go back and take a look at the stocks, the stuff that we have going early morning. Let me see if I can push this up to, let me go back to Facebook here. Facebook, we are long. Let me go, have the wrong one here. Let me blow up these guys and go there. There you have it. Facebook, I am long 298. Today kind of quiet on Facebook. I thought Facebook was going to react much stronger. I only have 1/3 of my position on Facebook, 298. Been looking for this 304, 308 for Facebook. We're gonna leave it alone, see how it works throughout the day. Next one that I have is Gamestop. This morning took a long, did a couple of trades early on, went long 147, excuse me, 146.99, currently about 148. What am I looking for? Looking for 52s and 54s for this trade on Gamestop. TQQs, on the other hand, I think my order did not get executed. Let's go back to the TQQ trade. All right, TQQs 108.33. 108.35 currently. My order, I'm going to cancel it. I was looking for the 106. This thing never came back to us. So look at this, just exploded, just completely exploded with the NASDAQ being strong this morning. Everyone buying into techs. Again, that's the story of the day. In the meantime, oil printing 62.21 for oil. Next target on Apple. So Apple is one of the trades that we were looking for this morning. They just printed 134. Told you when we were sitting the 133 in a quarter this morning to look for the 134s, and we just hit the target on Apple. Right now we just hit the Apple trade 134s. Let's go back to a couple of things here and review the trades that we are looking for. Let me see. I'm going to stop with Wayfair because I was waiting for this move on Wayfair. I have an alert here if this thing drops below the 300. Currently, look how we have the 301.81 for the low of the day for Wayfair. We've been playing this stock between the 310 and 340. Now the stock is consolidating, but it's breaking below. So I kind of not liking the fact that we are breaking this $300 move. I want them to go back to the 320. They have earnings at the end of the month, so we're gonna be looking on that. If you guys want to, we're gonna probably place a put credit spread and do that as well on this trade. This is something to take a look for Monday and Tuesday. Put credit spread on Wayfair. ES printing 41.6675, still looking good. All right, let's go back to Apple. Apple just printed the 134s. That was the target. And let's take a look at AMC. AMC trade, we did very well. I just closed it yesterday. Today, they didn't pull below $10. And what did we do? 10.06 currently. Let me show you the trades that we did yesterday. Right, so we got out of my trade from 929. Here's the trade, 300 shares, 929. We took it to 1044. Got out. Currently, it's $10. I'm waiting to see if we're gonna get it back again below the $9 for AMC. For now, nothing to do. Leave it alone. All right, next trade, Boeing. Boeing this morning, I thought Boeing was gonna give us the 230s again. You see how we've been playing Boeing from the 237s, 233, excuse me, back to the 237s. They kind of printed 240 yesterday, now back at 235. So looking for the 232s to go long on Boeing, that's a pretty nice trade. Remember how we traded this from the 220s to the 260s. Now it's back on this 230, so I'm starting to like this stock. Let me see if there is any potential entry today. With this move in the markets, they might start pushing the trigger here, and they actually gave us the 234. Oh, look at that. Did anybody grab that 234 on that? I mean, they did, gave us the 234. Back to 236 for about $2 in profit, and then let's see if they're going to come back to it. But the 234 looks pretty decent entry. So let me place an order for the, usually I do 1/5 of this So let me place an order just in case we get those 234s again. There you go. This will be for Boeing long, the 234s. I'll be looking for that $240, $250 for Boeing. I'll trade 20 shares right now, be adding more if we pull to the 233s till we get those 200 shares for Boeing. Liking Boeing, liking Baba looking good. I mean, yesterday we were at 227, and look at this. I mean, we went from that 228 on Baba back to the 234s. Now sitting right here on the 231s. Let's wait a little bit, see if we're gonna get it. Let me place an alert here just in case we drop below that 228. Okay, on 229, excuse me, on Baba. Let's go to Baidu. Baidu, some of you guys are still long this trade on Baidu. Kudos to you guys. I took Baidu at 207. I think I got out at 211 on this trade. The ultimate goal was the 220s. Kudos to you guys who held that trade to the 220s. Nice move on Baidu. And the low so far is 218. So for me, nothing to do. Probably going to wait it out a little bit. You can still place a nice order on Baidu and take it to the 230s. But the entry was the 209. Remember, we were waiting for the 209 last week, and we got the 209s on Baidu. All right, Coinbase, those of you who are trading Coinbase, this morning 281s gave you a trade, gave you an idea to go long that 280s, and look at what happens, right? The moment we look at the 281s, 82s, these things just rock and roll, right? And now consolidating here on the 300s. Any entries, I'll be looking for 284s. Again, look at those entries for a Coinbase if you guys are going to be trading Coinbase. Let me place an alert here for myself because I do not want to miss this 287, below the 287. Crocs, this was a great trade long from the 77s. I closed mine at 79. Actually, I closed it at 78. You can see how I closed this one. I was expecting yesterday for them to pull back, but they never did. And look at them now flying from this 77 to the 84. Kudos again to all of you guys who held on that trade. That was a pretty nice trade, long on that Crocs. They have earnings next week, the 27th. Go look at the earnings schedule for Crocs. I believe is April 27 before the markets open. So there you have it, right? Earnings the 20th Tuesday, April 27 at 8:30 a.m. That is for Crocs. Next one, Facebook. Let's see what Facebook is doing. Facebook, we are long already, the 298s. Let me close that out. We have done so much with this Facebook trade between the 298s back to the 300s. Currently printing 299s. Let's see if we can get it back at the 301s, 302s for Facebook. Currently 149, almost 150 guys on Gamestop. Let me go back to my Gamestop trade that I have going here. 149 on Gamestop. See if I can close it. It was printing 150, which was one of my targets from the high. So let's see if they're gonna get it and close that. 148.65. Close my trade on Gamestop. Going to see if we can get it back at the 147s and push it back to the 150s for my Gamestop trade. There you have it. Just went long the 46, got out at the 49s for my Gamestop. Let me place an order to go back inside 20, and actually let's do the following. I'm going to do 20 right there at 146, and just in case we see it, about 40 shares, they go 50 shares at a time on that GameStop move. GNRC, this was a stock that I've been waiting for, and let me show you what's going on with this one quickly. Let's go to the daily. Show you the daily first. Right, here's the daily for GNRC. You guys recall how we were inside this pennant and we were consolidating. Let me get rid of this rectangle right there. And this consolidation This led to a little cup that we have currently with GNRC. If this cup and handle goes, that's gonna be pretty nice. If this cup and handle goes, it's going to be pretty nice. We're looking for the 340s, right, on the GNRC, looking for the 340s. So look up, today was a pretty nice entry. The thing is that I think yesterday we kind of forgot to go over that into the close. Let's see what's going to happen now. Look, today the 320s, yesterday the 320s, excuse me. Yesterday those 320s were good. 321 entries. Now back at 327. Let's see if throughout the day this can pull back at least to the 324. Start looking for a small position here, maybe 1/4, 1/3 of the position for GNRC. All right, GNRC. Tesla, in the meantime, we've been talking about these Tesla longs from the 700s, now back to 735. Very nice trade. Every single time we come to these 700 bucks, they are being bought out. Nice move. Those of you who've been following the Tesla move with options and with the stock, this has been a really great trade for our members. Back to the Tesla move, those of you. Twitter, on the other hand, we were looking for the 75, you guys recall, and we just dropped. The last trade we did was 70.81 on Twitter. So let's wait and see if these guys eventually are going to get any traction back above the 70s. But these longs on the 64s, 65s, they start looking really good. Those of you guys who are following the move on Twitter. Okay, that's for Twitter. Unity Software, Kathy been buying a lot of this Unity Software. ARK investments, every time these stocks moves below the $100 move, I think someone is stopping and getting some chunk. And from what I've seen in the news, I think Kathy was buying this for her funds. So that's been pumping the stock a little bit. Every single time we go to the 95s, we start buying the trade. Guys in the room, they know what to do already. Anyone took this trade on Wednesday, kudos to you. I did not follow the trade on Wednesday for the 97s, 95 or 96. But today is be a good day to take your profits. If you are waiting for the 105, maybe for Monday. But right here around the 102s, good place to start taking your profits. Wait it out again, see if we can drop to the 97s and take the next trade on Unity Software back to the 102s, 103 level. All right, let's go to the last trade on the stocks that we have going, and that is UVXY. UVXY went short yesterday at $5. You look at that, you can see it there on the screen. $5 short, $4.98 actually, closed at 482. And this morning they gave me the 490, but they couldn't just move past these $5. So I was not able to execute my short. But look at it, where is it right now? 460, about 40 cents for UVXY. My calls, they are expiring, completely worthless. I sold 30 lots. You guys have seen that on my videos. Sold 30 lots on UVXY, collected about $900. Those are out of the money, completely worthless. I think they are worth about 2 cents right now. I have them on both accounts, my Interactive Broker accounts. I sold them at 10 cents yesterday. I sold the 550 at 12 cents. Currently, they are 1 cent only for UVXY. That was a really nice trade. APPS, Digital Turbine. I will leave this for the last because this one we do have a, we have a credit spread that expires today. And that credit spread is already worth about $650. All out of the money. So we sold the 65 on Tuesday. We sold this Tuesday afternoon, right? When we were sitting here at $68, we sold the 65.60 put credit spread. We sold it for about 60 cents or 65 cents. We collected $650 on that trade. All of the money expired, completely worthless today. So we kept the 650 put credit spread on APPS. Those of you who own the stock from the 68s, remember, we're looking for 80 as a target for Digital Turbine. That is the target for Digital Turbine. If you want to ring the register now and collect some money, go right ahead. Wait it out. Maybe trim a little bit of your position. I would probably trim 1/3 or 1/5 of my position on APPS. Okay, let's go back to the stocks. From the stocks, let's go back to oil and to the E-mini to wrap it up. It is 11:35 currently, and this is what I have with for the stocks. And let's go back to the ES. Look at the ES right now, just settling down right here, right, doing nothing. 41.65, being right now just consolidation mode right here. The algos are pretty much flat at this point. Now we printed another poor high on the market profile. This might give us the 41.70 if this breaks. So let me move this out of the way and let's go back to the market profile. Look what's going to happen. What a potential move that we have for that 41.70 move. Yep, once more we have another set of singles now all the way to 65, and once again, right, these guys, they are just loading inventory Friday, and look, another poor high, right, needs to get repaired. Potential move back to the previous day high, right? We will actually be targeting the previous day high as a target. You'll be looking for 71s, 71.50 for targets on the ES if we break this poor high currently in place. So again, this is what I have for that ES. Let me go back to oil, see if I can get something out of the oil trade again. Pulling back, okay, look at the singles getting cleaned up, right? We talk about it as we open the room. Hope you guys took some of the trade, because man, look at this. I did not reverse my trade, even though I knew those singles were here. They're currently trying to clean all these singles, and we only have about 5 singles to go. So, oh man, no trade for me. Yeah, look at that. So what are we going to do? Look for longs right about here. 61.50s long, take it back to $62 into the close today for oil, right? That would be the trade to be looking for the oil trade. Previous day settle, what is the previous day settle? 61.45. So that's not bad, right? Let them come back here. Right, let's go to value area low. Look at the value area low, 61.66 for oil, 61.66. That is the value area low. And then you have your previous day settle. This can be your stop. So you have this is as your stop, and your target $62, which is around 55 points on that oil. Okay. Let me go back to the ES, put both of them side by side. I want to see them. 61.78. ES right here at 66. We have 3 distributions today. We will have 3 distributions today, or 2 maybe. The day is still very young for the ES. But definitely, look at this. The moment we go early in the morning, right, past the 41, this was the key, guys. This was really, really important. That was the key on oil. Let me go back to the room and see what we have for, let's see, one thing here. Great. So Friday, kind of quiet now that we have printed this big move, right? It's kind of quiet. It's what, 41.66 now for that ES move. Gamestop printing 149.70, TQQ's 108, UVXY See what the UVXY is going to do now at 460. Neo about the $40, guys. Okay, let's go to Neo for a minute. Okay, Neo. You guys recall how some of you guys were looking for the 37 longs on Neo. Watch out, because you're coming now for Neo back to this 42 resistance, right? So be on the lookout for this 42. Currently is at $40, almost $41. This has been resistance. If we break above it, then great, but look out. If you guys took the 37 this week, some of you guys, I know you guys did in the room, I'll be very smart and probably take some profits right here at 41 for Neo. Okay, that's my take on the stocks so far that I have. Let me go back to my Wayfair, see what is Wayfair doing. 302s, Boeing printing 236, Gamestop is stuck at 149. TQQ is coming down a little bit, right? TQQ is coming down a little bit. Let's go back, let me see. Oh, let's put back this back in the ES, I'm sorry. Let's go back and put this back into the ES, clean this, and let's go back to Wayfair. So this alert probably is going to trigger because we're dropping. I mean, these 310s has been resistance now, okay, for Wayfair. And that's my only concern now, that I've been seeing these 310 and 320 now become a resistance for Wayfair. So we'll see if we can push it below the 300 and get it below the 300. That will be a much better entry with the risk to be much smaller for Wayfair. Looking good so far, guys, in the markets. Let me see, what else do we have? 134.31. 134.31. There he goes. Look at the ES, guys. All right, what did I told you, right? This point of control was going to jump, and there is the jump of point of control for the ES. We can still, this develops lower as they push the market, right? They can maybe settle down somewhere between this 60 area for this developing point of control. Currently, that's where we have it, right at 64. Nothing to do. The move was from early morning, right? From these 41s, this was the move to take for that ES trade. All right. Okay, guys, it is 11:45 on the money. Kind of quiet right now. Thank you so much for watching. I will probably close the room right now, go back to my other stuff with the stocks. But thank you so much for being here. I'll be closing the room. Gave you guys almost 45 minutes on the stocks and the futures, the things that we do mostly in the room, how we do them in the room. Okay, we have some what do you call it, we have some stocks that we trade daily, ETFs that we trade, and futures. We trade oil and we trade the E-mini. Those are the videos that you will see in my room, and how we trade in the room is exactly what I explained here live for you guys. So again, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Take care. I'll be seeing you guys Monday morning. Again, if you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to click the little bell so you get notifications every time a brand new video goes up, every time I go live. Don't forget, click that little bell, and I'll be seeing you guys Monday morning. eslive8.com. That is the website for you guys to join us. Take care. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye now.